Hello and welcome. My name is Glenn, and I'd like to introduce you to some research demonstrations we've developed at Stanford University over the past 2 years. The collection of videos demonstrates how networking researchers can prototype and test new ideas using OpenFlow. OpenFlow is a feature added to network switches, routers, and Wi-Fi access points, allowing them to be remotely controlled by a global control plane or network operating system. OpenFlow is a simple, narrow, vendor-agnostic API that allows the network operating system to decide how flows will be processed and routed in the network. One network operating system typically controls a whole network of switches. OpenFlow presents a simple forwarding instruction set to the network operating system, just as a CPU presents a simple instruction set to a computer's operating system. More precisely, OpenFlow allows us to define a table of match action pairs in each switch. If an arriving packet matches a flow entry, then a set of actions is applied to it. OpenFlow networks are backwardly compatible with existing networks because they allow us to express current Layer 2 and Layer 3 forwarding. But because OpenFlow provides a much more general abstraction of forwarding, we can use it to express new ways of processing packets. OpenFlow is interesting to researchers because it allows us to try out new ideas by adding new modules on top of the network operating system. All of our demonstrations were created this way. OpenFlow has now been added to about 15 different switches. For example, our demonstrations use switches from HP, NEC, and Pronto. OpenFlow is part of a bigger trend towards software-defined networks, in which the behavior of the network is defined in software outside the forwarding path. This approach was pioneered by Martin Casado in his PhD thesis, in collaboration with our colleagues at Berkeley. OpenFlow has now been deployed in over 250 different locations around the world, including many college campuses. Several of our demonstrations use the Genie OpenFlow network, sponsored by the National Science Foundation, and extending across 9 US college campuses. OpenFlow is not enough on its own to allow researchers to deploy new ideas. First, we need to slice the network and place each experiment into its own independent and isolated slice. We therefore encourage you to watch the video on slicing next, as this forms the basis of all the remaining demonstrations.